This move by Ukraine was an ultimate showcase of its capabilities reaching a higher threshold. This attack wasn't as small as a normal drone attack. It was an attack which is going to cost Russia a fortune. On the 25th of April, Ukraine struck Russian Su-57 Felon stealth fighters and a Su-34 fullback strike aircraft deep inside Russian territory at Shagol airfield in Russia's Chelyabinsk region. Approximately 1,700 kilometers from the Ukrainian border, the explosion was first noticed through satellite images. The Urals, Russia's southernmost and also the widest mountain range, gave it a natural defense structure, and yet somehow the forces of unmanned systems made it through. Did Russia fail to protect its area, proving to be incompetent, or was Ukraine's plan a masterpiece? The attack was carried out over 1,700 kilometers behind the front lines, deep inside the mountains where Russia had stored it. Su-34 strike fighters and Su-57 fifth-generation fighters. Now, if it were to be any aircraft, the damage wouldn't have been so much, but unfortunately for Russia that day, it had lost its jewels. Robert Magyar Brovdi, the commander of the Unmanned Systems Forces, USF of Ukraine, reported that the strike damaged 4 aircraft, 2 Su-57S, 1 Su-34, and 1 Sukhoi Su of unidentified modification. He says at least 3 drone hits were scored, citing Russian unit cost estimates of $100, $120 million per Su-57 and $35, $50 million per Su-34. The strike was framed as part of Ukraine's effort to reduce Russia's capacity to launch strikes on Ukrainian civilian infrastructure. Analysts from Excelenova released a satellite comparison of the Shagol airbase between 17 and 26 April. The imagery shows the strike site on the apron, with one frame capturing Russian crews working on the aftermath. After the attack, the damaged aircrafts were relocated. A close-up satellite image shared by the channel also shows 2 Su-57S and 1 Su-34 at the airbase captured in the days leading up to the strike. Although the Su-34 is precious, the Su-57 is by far the most high-value type of tactical combat aircraft in Russia, with its production cost estimated to be well over double that of the Su-35 air superiority fighter and close to triple that of the Su-34 strike fighter. The destruction of a number of the aircraft is particularly significant due to the small numbers in which they are fielded, with only around 40 estimated to be in service. But the Su-34 isn't any less important either. The Su-34 hit in the same strike is a capable platform in its own right. The Su-34 is Russia's primary dedicated strike aircraft, a twin-seat, twin-engine supersonic aircraft designed for precision ground attack and anti-ship missions. Russia has used Su-34S extensively throughout the war in Ukraine to deliver guided and unguided munitions against Ukrainian targets, and the fleet has absorbed significant losses from Ukrainian air defenses and long-range strikes. Each Su-34 lost or seriously damaged represents a meaningful reduction in Russia's precision strike capacity. The latest attack represents the second recorded Ukrainian strike on Su-57 fighters, as the aircraft have played a significant role in the ongoing war effort in the Ukrainian theater despite their limited numbers. The first strike damaged only a single fighter, which unconfirmed reports indicate was able to be returned to service. Western officials have consistently strongly advocated for further Ukrainian attacks targeting airfields in Russia, stressing that this could play an important role in weakening the country's offensive capabilities. The drones, cruise missile technologies, and satellite intelligence needed to launch such attacks have been provided to Ukraine on a significant scale to this end, while Western advisors on the ground play central roles in supporting such attacks. But why is it that this attack is considered to be a crippling attack for the Russians? The attack on the Shagol airfield is particularly notable due to its location in the mountain range in the Chelyabinsk region. This new range of the attack represents a threshold in Ukraine's long-range strike capability, showcasing its growing potential. Russia being a major industrial heartland, the vulnerability of targets in the mountain range has raised serious questions regarding Russia's ability to protect its industrial base, with other targets in the city potentially also being vulnerable to future Ukrainian strikes. Secretary of the Russian Security Council, Secretary Sergei Shoigu, in mid-March confirmed that Ukrainian long-range drones had begun to pose a direct threat to regions deep inside Russia, including the strategically critical Ural industrial area. He warned that the pace of development and use of Ukrainian unmanned systems has changed the security environment. Thus, until recently, the Urals were out of reach for strikes from Ukrainian territory, and today they are already in the zone of immediate threat. As a response to the increasing attacks by Ukraine on Russia's critical infrastructure, it has issued explicit warnings regarding Europe's production and supply of unmanned attack aircraft systems to Ukraine, in some cases mentioning that the facilities involved could be possibly attacks as well, clearly a threat. Shagol's significance goes beyond the aircraft parked there. Chelyabinsk is a major Russian defense industrial city, home to tank production and other heavy defense manufacturing. The airfield at Shagol serves as a base for aircraft operating in the region and as a training and maintenance hub. A Ukrainian drone strike reaching that location signals that Russian aviation assets staged at what Moscow likely considered safely distant rear area bases are now within Ukraine's reach. Former President Dmitry Medvedev, for one, noted that facility's link to drone production could be viewed as potential targets for the Russian armed forces, while the Defense Ministry published a list of firms and facilities across Europe involved in drone manufacturing or components, warning that drone supplies to Ukraine were dragging Europe deeper into the war. The attack on high-value fighters in Chelyabinsk represents the latest development in the continued expansion of attacks in scale and reach, with the vast numbers of unmanned aircraft being launched posing immense challenges for Russian defenses, while their growing reach has made the threat increasingly serious. By attacking critical infrastructures, and one in such a hidden location like the mountain range, Ukraine has showcased its capability to retaliate successfully, as Russia's caution of its increasing power speaks for itself. Although the attack has been confirmed, a speculation has risen recently that the attacks were launched on prototypes instead, although it hasn't been confirmed yet. Despite Ukraine's attack being likely to have had no impact on the Russian Su-57 fleet, the extreme ranges over which the strike was launched make it highly significant, showcasing Ukraine's capability of being able to carry out long-range missions. There are a number of targets of significantly higher value in the region, which houses key industrial heartlands for both Russia's defense sector and its civilian industry. And this attack was a debut to inform the Russians that any of the facilities in the area, however distant, could be next. As Ukraine has stepped up strikes on Russia and its military infrastructure, the Kremlin has redeployed much of its air force farther from the Ukrainian border. At the same time, Ukrainian drones are already capable of flying more than 2,000 kilometers, about 1,240 miles, posing a threat even to aircraft deep inside Russian territory. Just like I said, following the attacks on the jets in the mountain range, during a UAV attack on the city of Yekaterinburg in the Urals, the residential complex Trinity in the city center was damaged and 6 people were injured. It remains unclear whether the residential building was deliberately targeted, as there are no obvious military facilities nearby. This had happened just 100 kilometers further than the previously mentioned attack. It was a city so far from the front lines that nobody had expected the war to reach them, and yet it did. The presidential envoy to the Ural Federal District, Artem Zhoga, has confirmed that Ural regions are now within reach of UAV strikes. The danger for the Russian citizens rises as the war keeps reaching further than they've expected. It was also reported that the citizens were not warned, elevating their anger. The situation doesn't seem to be settling down anytime soon. Although this is a thing to be cautious of for the Russians, it is an achievement for the Ukrainians, who've succeeded in reaching long ranges and go beyond the expectations of its enemy. Russian power may be greater, but Ukraine doesn't lack in its capabilities. The current situation hasn't changed much. Attacks are being exchanged, and they plot to destroy their enemies, and so the war continues.